Hello. Can you hear me? If you're out there, please say if you can hear me. Okay, so today I wanted to discuss with you. Let me just get the other computer screen out of the way. I wanted to talk to you about employment chats number 8. Who can believe it? It's week 3 of doing these employment chats. But today, yesterday actually, I spoke about people who were looking for other options for work. So I think I mentioned 5 different ways that you might be able to sort of tap into some work in the near future. So today though, it's a noisy street this way. So today though, I wanted to actually talk to you about those people who are not working. And it might perhaps be someone I sort of gave a lead to the other day about a work opportunity that came up, and she said, no, I don't need to work as much as some other people, so I'm going to leave it for other people. So that was pretty nice. So some of you may be okay financially to not work, and others may not have a choice, but you just are not working. So either way, today is for you in just dealing with that in not being a worker. So something I often talk about, because my poodle assistant is being a bit vocal. I often talk about work being it's emotional, it's social, and it's financial. So it's part of what makes us feel good. It's part of what makes us feel confident. It's what makes us feel like we have a purpose in life. Recently, I just did 7 local library sessions, and the topic was finding meaningful work. Everybody is searching for that meaning. So whether it's a paycheck at the end, we're searching for a life that is meaningful. So today, I just wanted to sort of point out what work does other than a pay slip. So there's a lot of other things we get from it, and people will be starting to feel that as initially, once they get over the financial discomfort of not working and sorting out, maybe some government assistance or things like that, or shuffling finances. Then once people get over that, this next part's going to kick in, and that is all the other bits that work does for us that will no longer be happening. So here's a list of things. In the workplace, it becomes quite social. We meet new people. We get a feel-good vibe in our actual body. We have skill development, networking for job opportunities, other job opportunities. So there's always things happening. We get to demonstrate our work ethic and impress people around us. We utilize our current skill set. Being used in a good way in the workplace, people actually like that. They come into me saying, I'm underutilized. I've got more to give. So we like to feel like what we've got is being used. We get industry experience. We have a purpose, a reason to get up in the morning. Positive self-perception of who we are. Recent, we have referees from work as well, people who can say and give endorsements about what we do. We have a sense of giving to others. We get an inner glow which fills up our cup. This is a big one that's going to be missing, so we're going to have to work out how to get that still. We have something to do, something to fill in our days other than Netflix. We are learning new skills. A lot of people have a work value as learning as very, very high. So they are craving improvements upon themselves. So learning is often something that makes us a bit stagnant if we're not doing. You're activating your mind. I've been doing a lot of Sudokus and things like that, so I like to keep my mind busy. Otherwise it goes to things we don't like. A higher sense of self-esteem. You interact with other people, you might be getting that mental stimulation or the professional, chit-chat, or even it's just the work chit-chat. It's your tribe, it's your people who are interacting. Hi, Ruby. Contribution to the community. We get to identify our strengths. When we do jobs, we go, oh, was quite good at that. I didn't realise that. Or, oh, I'm not so good at that. I might leave that one. Excuse me, I'm reading from my list here. It makes you get dressed. It gets you out of your pajamas going to work. So me doing these employment chats, whether I'm working or not, makes me sort of get up and get dressed early. It makes you work out, when you're at work, you sort of have this, you work out your other job, your other hats, I should say, your other roles in life. So work makes you kind of put everything into place, I guess. You know, if you're a parent or a carer of elderly people or whatever you need to be doing, what your obligations are, work makes us kind of make that all sorted. Confidence in the workplace helps us to sort of work out what's good for us. It's socializing. A lot of people, I used to only work on a Friday and as a teacher, and went for Friday drinks, and everyone was like, you can only really turn up for a fifth of the session. So that was quite good for me because I was needing socialization back then when I just had a baby. So it's very social. Even your chit chats, you find when you work at home, you actually get more done because all those little conversations at the tea room or getting coffee, or, you know, someone hanging over your thing, having a chit chat. So it is very sociable, more than you think. We learn new knowledge and information in the workplace. It activates our sort of professional worker side of us. It supports your career pathways, so you sort of feel like you've got some direction when you're working. It's fun, hopefully, if you're in the right job. There's fun and enjoyment, or a bit of banter in the workplace. You definitely get a sense of achievement from work, and it sort of brings back that buzz. Now, the very last one on this list is finance. So there's a whole long list that we get from work, and only one of those is actual finance, which is pretty interesting. That's what I want to mention today. So the only one potentially that's being taken from us is that finance. That's what we think. But actually all the rest are going to be taken as well. So my pitch to you today is to actually find ways to be able to bring back some of those benefits of the workplace, even if you're not working. What's it going to do for you is it's going to help you get, stay as that sort of worker space, because you don't want to not be, when sort of the coronavirus gets past, and we don't want to not be ready to get back into work. I've seen people who have had that long-term unemployment, and it takes a while to kind of go from the couch back to full-time work. Your body's not used to it, your brain's not used to it. So what I'm sort of saying to you today is to just try and keep that all those other things happening as you're going along, if you're not going to be working. So yesterday's, if you missed that, was Employment Chat 7. That was about ways to find work. But today is about maintaining the worker within you while you're not working. I hope that helps, and maybe have another replay through, and you can sort of see ways that you might be able to do that. You might start to study, you might be sort of doing some upskilling that you might need for a career change. You might be helping out people in your community, sort of having that purpose. You might be just ringing friends, having chats, ringing colleagues, having professional chats as well. LinkedIn is another one to sort of stay connected. What else have we got there? Having a little bit of a look at your strengths and skills, and what have you got, sort of keeping yourself positive, keeping yourself confident, keeping yourself capable as a worker, so that as soon as we're back on, you'll just hit the deck running and away you go. So that's something I've learned as a career counsellor, that these gaps can have a bit of an impact. Okay, get busy and keeping your social, emotional and mental well-being in check, please. All right, bye for today.